So this is the entrance that leads to the synth production base. Ah, you're right. And Navia's probably arguing up a...
It would appear that I must repeat my question again. Do you accept the charge that you are the true culprit behind the...
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system. However, I did hear that people who have been charged can choose to participate in a duel to clear their name. In which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all-out fight with that champion. I've got to admit, that's one of the most... When I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back. Real.
Hey! Don't you understand? You're currently the...
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon wants to lecture me on the ways of the Opera House. Then why don't you duel me too? I'm the kind of
No. That's not what I meant.
Alas, it would appear that communication with... In that case, let me explain everything from the very beginning again.
That case had nothing to do with him. You... Huh? What's going...
Why is she interjecting again?
I told you it couldn't be one of the Fatui Harbingers.
Miss Navia, this is the second time you've interrupted the court proceedings. But that was an exception rather than standard court protocol.
Oh, please. Did you ever think I had any respect for this place's pointless... We can put that discussion aside for now. I'm not here to argue, and if my charges prove true, then Tartaglia here will...
Oh, a young lady has charged in and offered to clear my name. How fascinating. Well, I'd gotten half bored to death by all these rules. So, Your Honor, is there nothing else for me to...
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted. Now then, Miss Navia, who is the...
That person... Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabaret... Huh? What Confrérie?
I've heard of them, but...
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
Please let me remind you, Miss Navia, that charging and if the charge fails, depending on the circumstances, you...
Yes.
In that case, I declare the charge to be valid. Miss Navia and attorneys, members of the guards, please contact Mr. Marcel. Mr. Marcel, you will not...
Apologies, sir. It all just happened so quickly. I think an attorney won't be necessary. This is probably just a misunderstanding.
Very well. In that case, since both sides have now...
I would like to take everyone back to 3 years ago, only through elucidating what really happened in...
Navia, do you really think that I was... Come on, why would I do that? Callus was my benefactor, and remember both you and I only ran to the scene when we heard... If that's enough to make me a suspect, wouldn't that make everyone at that banquet a...
I think there's no point in getting into the specifics right now. Exactly correct, Your Honor. I must refresh everyone...
I see. In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage. On the day of the murder, Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a... During the banquet, all attending guests heard When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect, Callus, holding a gun. The guards' investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene. As a result, the suspect did not dispute this conclusion, and also Callus was defeated by champion duelist Clarand in the... These are the known...
The one with the motive to kill was Jacques, not... in truth, the third person shot Jacques first. After that, the true culprit turned the third person into what... Thank you for the summary, Your Honor. However, we should revisit the case... The testimony... However, in the... Unfortunately for Jacques... This assassin... A pile of clothes, but now it is clear since it was raining that day. Realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water, leading everyone to believe Callus was responsible.
So that's what happened. Wait, you're telling me something as dangerous as water from the primordial...
What a great theory. It also explains Callus's and Jacques' respective motives.
Mr. Marcel, you are the one being charged with...
But I think I agree with everything Navia just said. In fact...
Then, may I ask some questions? In my opinion, One, do you have the evidence?
Boo! If you don't have any evidence, you...
I may not have the evidence with me, but I know where I could go to collect it. If we look up, we should be able to find a match. Considering the serial disappearances case, the guards...
That makes sense to me. Monsieur...
Why do I feel like Farina's acting a little differently today?
Maybe she's scared of him.
Alternatively, she's become more...
My second question has to do with the ensuing duel. Then why didn't Mr. Callus explain himself in court? If he had testified that...
I've thought about this too. And the answer, the dissolving power of water from the primordial sea, is an important secret. My father could have exposed it for all to... At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits, and his reputation had already been... What was certain, however, was that it would pay...
Boss once told me that Demoiselle had already been...
What?
If the secret had gotten out, the culprit would have fought an all-out war with... Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter, but what good would that do? How had this opera house ever given my... But by staying silent, I was able to become Spina di Rosula's president, And once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge, I will do what they...
So, you mean to say...
That's right.
Do you have any proof?
Of course. All you need is... I don't need your apology, your guilt, or your support, but since he entrusted his will to you...
So... During the duel, did you believe...
Yes, I did. As a champion duelist, I've fought many battles and taken a countless number of in my line of work. I've seen all kinds of people give their all for the faint. Just one look and I can tell if I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callus...
Since that's your testimony, I have no more questions.
I concur. However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the link between...
Right? What she said was fascinating.
Wait, weren't they just talking about the series?
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases are connected. In my father's case, the culprit intended to kill both Jacques, and at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone. The culprit could only time their actions so precisely if they... Coincidentally, Marcel attended...
So that's why you suspected me. Even after hearing your reasoning, I'm used to it, though. You've always been an impulsive and sentimental child, Navia. It's one of your most endearing traits.
No need to appeal.
I won't try to refute your points one by one, but even on top of that, does a person have to be physically present to control the timing? I know that even with that, you might still think you can... Alas, who won't feel at least a little hurt by an accusation? But if I were to dismiss this completely, you'd also think I'm not being considerate of your feelings. Do you know what the biggest flaw...
I suppose you're gonna...
It's timing again. I'm a businessman by trade. From that standpoint, there's no reason... In addition, I left my home in Snezhnaya when I was young to come to Poisson and work. But the disappearances began before...
I do apologize.
No.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? You can also take a look at my border entry records, or ask my friends and family, could those records and testimonies do something to appease the unspeakable anguish?
Seems like she got the wrong guy. At this rate, not...
I think you've done a superb job of dissecting your father's feelings as he neared the end of his... But aren't you going against all of his... He wished for you to become more rational, collected, and conscientious. Once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings and to stop rushing headlong into things, you'd have met most of his expectations.
This isn't just about me. And it never had. The biggest difference between me and the people whose families were destroyed by synth abuse. Many people's images are flashing. And whose image? Is it a man named Vache? Oh, so you...
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name.
I was waiting for you to...
I see everything.
There is no escape. One with nature.
Whoa! The floor is going up! Is it because of this mechanism in the middle? That guy really prepared a lot of stuff for this place. Paimon thinks we need to go up, but Paimon doesn't see a way. Let's take a look around. Maybe we'll find a hidden mechanism that'll show us the way up. The water level is rising! Now we can swim to the top! But this is still a ways away from where we need to go. Everyone hold hands!
The wind knows me. Illusion shattered!
Bombs away!
Hey!
Into the wind. Clouds high. The birds shine down.
Now the path is clear! Let's go! Everyone hold hands!
Fallen leaves adorn my...
Go! Wipe out!
There is no escape. The wind knows me.
Though, as expected, the mastermind isn't here. That's right. Then let's hurry up and What's all this? Pink accessories, a hair tie, a necklace, even a makeup box. Oh, Paimon sees it too, but why are all... Huh? You mean the girls from... And then they were... And all the boxes of things. These names... What's this over here? Looks like some kind of place for experiment number 16. The experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Female specimens 22, 20... Sorry, traveler. Paimon will try her best. It's just, how can someone write something that terrible and you read the rest? Paimon's too scared to keep going. So that's why he did. Wait, did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane! Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. You mean Vache is the one who did all of these... experiments? So that's it! Vache... No, that's not it either! If that's the case, why would he want people to resurface in any case? Whoa! There's so much synth here! And so many bottles of ingredients that probably just contain... Mixing in progress, ready to drink, stocks in... Whoa! There's even fruit-flavored synth? Yep, it's super... Oh, look! There's an important-looking basin over here, and it's full of water! That means this is where they make all the synth! And that special water is... If you dilute it with normal water, Paimon will take notes on this... Let's see what's written here. Callus. Navia's father. Oh, this seems to be an event... Yep! It's about finding someone to assassinate. This should prove the existence of the third person, right? We still have not determined the exact content of the key. The old dog's a real menace to deal with. Even if he can act whenever he wants to make our lives... I concur. Let's send someone to kill him. He won't declare war as long as we don't... Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups. We've looked at almost everything here. Yeah, we haven't found anything that No wonder even Neuvillette wasn't able to find anything. That way, even if we bring all this back to the opera, we won't be able to identify... Sure thing. You take that side and Paimon will take this side. Check everything carefully. We'll find something for sure. Ugh. Nothing at all. And Paimon can't even find snacks either. Whoa, really? Let Paimon see. Vinier. Isn't that Vache's lover's name? Then you found her diary. Aw, it's just a normal diary chronicling their love story. so many! A whole page's worth! The final name she Marcel! Wait, but Marcel's pretty old! Has this case been going on for so long that...
And whose image do you... Is it a man named... Oh, so you...
I'm merely surprised.
I was waiting for...
Navia! We're back!
As expected of...
Just how often do you intend to flout the rules of this court?
It's all right, Monsieur Nervalette. Given their confidence...
But the truth of it, Marcel.
Huh?
We've investigated your lair, and we already know after your lover, Venier, was you even created Marcel as a new...
So that's it. Even the villains in opera... And with that, Marcel's motive has now...
This information regarding your past also dismantles your Well, Marcel... You fixated your gaze on the lover that passed away. So, you never know...
You also never understood Boss's
Or our determination to see things through.
You're determined.
Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if you would like to defend yourself.
Do you really think... Pay attention to you? What for? Have you ever paid attention to me? Ever empathized? No one helped me. No one even believed me. All those decades, they said there's no way a human being... Well, now you know, don't you? Ha! But you only have yourselves to blame. You set up this ornate opera house in pursuit of your so-called Venier is dead. We promised each other that we would always be together. Wherever she goes, but I'm not from this blasted place. So
Hey, is that water from the primordial sea that he's drinking?
I can't dissolve! Can't dissolve! Do you all see? I can't go! I can't follow! So I did all of that. And in the end, I spent my entire life...
The suspect is exhibiting signs of mental distress.
Don't touch me! Don't anybody come near me! Venier, please, Venier!
At this point, the verdict of this trial is clear.
Fine by me. I was in a bad mood.
Traveler, please submit all the evidence you have collected to the guard. The man now known as Marcel was originally named Vacher and worked as an adventurer with his... During an underwater expedition, Venier accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea and was dissolved in front of... Vacher learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others and began to kidnap young... To cover his tracks, he invented the new alias of Marcel. During the course of his research, Vacher discovered that a diluted... However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his continued... After exchanging blows with Spina di Rosula for many... Although the assassination did not go as... And just recently, Vacher attempted to frame Linny as the culprit. However, his attempt to frame Linny failed, and the power of water from the Thus concludes the enigmatic history of this... The oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the... According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Anal... Guilty.
Guards! Take the...
Good. It's what he...
With that,
We really just witnessed history.
Yippee! He's hurt so many innocent people and... Huh? Are you okay?
Demoiselle, you were absolutely...
The day our late boss had always hoped for.
Yeah. See, Papa? Spina di Rosula's still doing well with me at the helm.
Well now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama? The villain has been caught, justice has been served, past wrongs... Since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way.
Please wait just one moment, Mr. Tartaglia.
What now? None of this has—
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a charge against you, a verdict—
Oh, come on. Is this really necessary? Haven't you already caught the real criminal?
Please respect the laws of Fontaine. This is all—
All right, but this sure is a lot of hassle. All I need to do is stand over—
Through evidence presented in the public trial that was just held, the guilty party has been identified, and thus it is logical to suppose— We now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale to render the final verdict on the charges. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse, guilty.
What?
Hey! That's not funny! Didn't you just say I'm supposed to be innocent? What's with this verdict? Is your justice machine malfunctioning?
Huh? This has never happened before. The
I mean, have you ever heard of an innocent Fatui Harbinger?
But weren't the charges about the serial disappearances case? No matter what else he's—
The judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale is by law. Guards, please take the suspect in.
So this is how justice is done in Fontaine. What a joke. You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
I am sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld.
Hey, Monsieur Nouvelette, what's going on?
Apologies. This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation. All I do is follow court procedure. As for why the Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
I don't know what happened there.
What does Lady Farina mean by that?
She says she has no idea either, but...
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not? Can results like this really be—
My dearest citizens, did you really think we'd allow an incorrect verdict to be handed out in this court? Don't tell me. You thought even—
But the way she looked just now, it was pretty obvious she had no idea what was going on.
However, given the state of things, I shall give you an explanation. Everything that just took place, including my supposed— And, of course, for every performance, there is a script. Everything has unfolded exactly as If you thought Child had nothing to do with the serial disappearances case, it is only because you've been blinded by the everything he's done. Not to mention the danger all shall be revealed in time. You will come to understand my noble intentions, as well as the absolute correctness of the Oratrice's verdict. Now, having said that, although I hate to leave things hanging in suspense, it is now time for this performance.
So she chose.
So you're saying we shouldn't put much stock?
She probably just put on that performance to save. However, please be assured that I will continue to investigate this case in a personal capacity. Just as I promised. If the—
All right. Even though we feel pretty bad. After all, he's done plenty of bad stuff. So he should have known he'd go to prison someday. showed we...
I'm the Chief Justice of Fontaine, of course. If officers of the law lack the strength and capability to enforce it, then it makes a mockery of justice.
Hey, what are you doing? Quick, stop him!
Traveler! Hey! Traveler!
Marcel! What are you doing?
Stop resisting arrest! Cease, or...
No, wait! I just want to ask the Traveler something. I'm not looking to run away. Please, just let me ask this one small thing.
Go on.
Thank you. I was being led away when I finally realized something. Where did you first hear the name Vacher? I erased all records of that name. So, unless...
Are you still trying to prove your innocence? Give it up. You've already been convicted.
Really? You did? You're sure? You met her? But how could the Fountain of Lucine? Then... Please give me a chance to talk to her again. Just let the Traveler take me to the fountain to see her one last time.
What? Give an inch and you want to take a mile? Do you think serial killers get to make...
Paimon agrees!
This request, is it worth as much to you as your...
Of course! Wait, no. It's worth even...
Humans. Will they betray the instinct to live just to satisfy spiritual needs? Very well. I will grant your request.
Your Honor, I fear that...
I will go with him. You do not need to worry about any...
In that...
Thank you. Is this the place? You said she's here, but what do I need to do to see her?
Yeah, and even Paimon...
Vacher!
Ah!
Yes, that's it! So you...
Vignier, it's me! It's me, Vacher!
Vacher?
I'm here!
Hey, wait! Be careful!
Vignier, is that you? It's me, Vacher!
Vacher? Why did you come? You look...
It's been more than 20 years. All this time. Only the thought of bringing you... I must be dreaming. Who would have thought I'd get... Vignier, you are my everything. I really don't know how I could live with...
But Vacher, if you ask me...
What are you...
If not for you, I would have finished my law degree and probably become a top... If not for you, I would have continued to pursue my love. If not for you, I would at least have been able to take care of my mother. It's all because of your selfishness.
Wait, you are not Vignier.
You're right. I am not Vignier. Every woman who died by your hand, as our bodies dissolved, our thoughts circulated endlessly within the primordial sea. I'm Cressy. I'm Lemonade. I'm the only one I am not.
Why? But then...
She doesn't want to see you anymore. This is what you get for your selfishness. Your selfishness robbed us of our lives and our futures. You said, but did you ever consider whether she'd want to see you do the thing? You are a liar, a heartless murderer. The only thing you are not is Vignier. From the moment your first victim died and her consciousness merged with Vignier.
No! Vignier!
You still don't understand. when I said don't look for me. But on top of that, she also said that because it's her. She said that because she knew that if you did come here, we will show no Vache.
Vache?
Vache. 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 Vache.
Drown.
Finally, we have some time to do shopping. Gosh, it's really been a long time since we've been able to relax.
Well met, partner. I knew something great was going to happen.
Even this weather can't put a damper on the demoiselle's mood.
It's a pleasure to see you both again.
Oh, hey, Navia! It's been a few days.
Oh, now that I believe. I'm easy to work with and always bring home the bacon.
Sounds like you're really...
It's just been one thing after the other. Everyone from Spina di Rosula organized a memorial for my... This time, though, everyone in Poisson, and even many people from the court all attended.
So his name's definitely...
It's been the dearest wish.
That blasted stubborn fool. I was right. Oh, by the way, I ran into... well, maybe it...
Huh? So you know Charlotte too?
Yeah. Way back when I first became the president, I believe the story was called The True Heart of Darkness. To be fair, though, it was a really flattering... She was trying to lean on our friendship to get me to do an...
Oh, yeah. She told us about that.
Anyway, I told her to make sure that when she writes about you...
Now that's another thing.
Oh, and in other news...
Oh, are you two...
While you were investigating Vache's headquarters, Cloran, it was thanks to her that we were able to turn the tide.
Oh, that's great.
Anyway, now that the case has finally been solved... Oh, actually...
What is it?
I should pay a visit to my father's grave and tell him the truth of what happened. And on top of that...
Miss Navia.
Indeed.
We want to go too.
Sure thing. I'd like you.
And in that case, everyone...
Yeah, you're right. This is where my father's grave is.
Huh? There's someone... Isn't that Nervalette? Why would the Chief Justice be here? Huh? Navia?
My apologies. I should have asked before coming to pay my respects.
Don't say...
Sorry about...
Oh, I was trying to say there's no need for you to apologize. I wanted to show my father how much I've grown. But still, I doubt I've grown to the point that even the Chief Justice would feel compelled to apologize.
In that case, I will stop apologizing.
You really could use some pointers on understanding in any case. Oh.
Well, ever since that day, I've been turning a... There was once a time when I didn't want to believe that there could be anything more important to... Oh, rather than that, it's probably more truthful to say which is also why I didn't stop your father from beginning. I believed that a truly innocent man would never throw away his life like that. That there was not... But Mr. Callis proved me utterly, if not for his sacrifice. The serial... Mr. Callis made the choice he did for his daughter, for his associates, and in the end, from a certain a justice that's higher than... So, you asked me why I came here. I just wanted to say my apologies to Mr. Callis in person. This regret has filled me with a sadness that has haunted me for days. That high and mighty chair in the opera Epiclese indeed insulates one from many important things. Spina di Rosula, thank you so much for your hard work and perseverance.
So you're actually one of those types that's cold on the outside, but pretty thoughtful on the inside, huh? That reminds me...
Sorry about that. Self-expression is not...
Didn't I just say you'd...
So Navia and Nervalette... Let's not disturb them for now. We can wait till after... never paid respects at someone's grave before. Did Paimon... Huh? Oh, Paimon... Oh, no. Paimon hopes Miss... Anyway, Neuvillette is still standing around there. It's not often that we can catch him. Paimon's really sorry.
What are you saying, Paimon? I don't...
Well, aren't you not supposed to fly?
Huh?
Hey, traveler! Why did you mess with...
Oh, it's you two. Did Miss Navia invite?
We ran into Navia on the streets today.
I see. Then is there something that I can help you with?
Well...
Please feel free. Though outsiders, you helped us solve one of the greatest mysteries in Fontaine, and it would...
So, at court, the bad guys referred to that special...
Truthfully, that name is already quite accurate. I can only surmise that Vacher and his ilk only learned of its nature and existence after... There used to be a special sea on the surface of this planet. The nature of its seawater was rather different. Most of Tevat's life forms were first born in that special sea. You could say it nurtured much of the life on this planet.
Huh. So it really was where everything began.
But today, the primordial sea no longer exists on the planet. What Vacher discovered must have been some kind of special case, or a remnant from a truly ancient age.
Huh. So that's how it is. Oh, you really know everything, Monsieur Neuvillette. But if that's the case, then why would people...
Indeed. Why would the primordial sea, which was known to engender and nurture life, suddenly reverse itself and devour life instead? To be frank, that also doesn't match my understanding of this world and its law. Is there anything... That the sea levels will rise and everyone will be dissolved in water, leaving Farina crying alone on her throne, but the sins of the people will be finally washed away. Does that appropriately summarize the version?
That's right! It was...
Yes, up to the present, I think we reached a point where we have no choice but to confront this prophecy directly. Rumors have it that this prophecy is rooted in the last words, the former.
A prophecy? Of the former Hydro Archon?
2 parts of the prophecy have already proven correct. The rising sea levels, and the ability of the people of Fontaine. Speaking of the prophecy, Farina has also always taken it quite seriously. If the rumors were true, then perhaps this prophecy is the conundrum left to Farina.
But with Farina being the way she
Is there anything else? My apologies. However, I still believe the judgment of the Oratrice...
Huh? But you all...
For many years, I have been quite aware that the Oratrice does not simply mechanically repeat. As a divinely created mechanism, the people's unified faith in the concept of justice is integrated into it. Not only can it produce the incredible power of indemnitium, but it likely also possesses other traits. Which is all to say, I have been prepared for a situation like this for a long time.
Huh. So when Lenny told us that he heard a human voice from...
I was not aware such a thing had occurred. Perhaps that could serve to prove my conjecture. In any case, I am inclined to believe that the Oratrice does have a methodology. Based on Farina's reaction, I doubt even she had any idea what was going on. While we do intend to get to the bottom of this, for now, we regret to say that the Fatui Harbinger will just have to bide his time in the... If we did incorrectly convict him of crimes he did not commit, we...
If you ask Paimon, the only compensation he'll want is a no...
Is there anything... Your sibling, another blonde-haired traveler. If she ever stepped foot in Fontaine, I'm sure she followed our laws to the letter, and had... Is there anything else? Very well. It was my honor to provide you with what answer. It will soon be time for me to leave this blissful tranquility behind.
You really are super busy, Monsieur Neuvillette. Paimon...
Crime and villainy do not have the day off, and so justice must...
All right. Huh? Paimon just noticed that the rain has stopped.